Hey everybody, it's Stephanie Grams. It is May 11th, 2023, and we are still in quarter 2 for 2023. And today's topic is how to overcome some slow sales, whether you've been in business a long time or just starting out. It's not unusual to go through a season of slow sales when it comes to memory bears and keepsake sewing. So this is an opportunity for you to kind of recuperate or get back on your plan, basically to overcome slow sales. Give me 1 second. Okay, I want to make sure that doesn't pop off. All right, so number 1 is, do you have a website? And if you do, is it up to date? Can they easily contact you? Have you made sure that your email is working? Do you have a phone number associated with your website? I don't recommend using your personal phone. You could get a free number from Google Voice, so that's an option. Number 2 is, do you post relevant information on your social media? And piggybacking on that one, you want to make sure that your profile of your Facebook, personal Facebook, your business page, and your groups lead back to your website. And if you are still relying on social media versus having your website, now's the time to stop doing that. Again, I've said this for like 15 plus years. You don't own social media. Social media basically owns your content. So you need to buy a domain name and pay for some hosting. This goes the same with free websites. Read their terms of service and their policies if you are using their free website. So I have always recommended, and my business coaches have always recommended, buy your domain name, pay for your hosting. That's your real estate. That is your virtual real estate you own. And you can pretty much post what you want on that, sort of. But for our intents and purposes of a sewing business, specifically memory bears and keepsakes, you can post what you need to on your website. Another thing with posting on social media, are you keeping it relevant to your customers? Not so much relevant to you and your opinion on religion or politics, unless that ties into your sewing business, and it could very well, especially if you're an embroidery business owner. Perhaps that's what you focus on, is political views or religion, things like that. But if you're memory bears and keepsakes like t-shirt quilts and baby blankets and those kinds of things, make sure that your information is informative, maybe some entertainment that ties into it, not always salesy. I think what most people do is post salesy things, and people just get tired of that. But if you post 5 times a day, right, maybe make 1 or 2 of those about a sale that you have, and the other 3 or 4 informative or entertaining, or a mixture of the 2. And if you're new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. Give me a like, follow along. As the business grows, you'll see the background change and things like that. We recently just moved, and I don't really share too much of the personal side on the business channel. As always, you can go to Sewpreneur.com, get the free ebook, things I wished I would have known when I started my memory bear and keepsake business. It's a free download once you join the newsletter. Okay, and if you're looking for memory bears to be made, please consider going to stephaniegrams.com, where you can find some more information about that. But moving on to slow sales, we talk about buying your domain name, paying for your hosting. Now we want to add a newsletter. And if you're not techie, this is all beginner friendly, and that's something that I do show in all of my online classes that I offer. If you go to Sewpreneur.com or StephanieGrams.com, you can learn more about the online classes that I do teach. And I can walk you through some simple newsletter ideas for you in your business. But the reason you kind of need all of these to work together, right? You want to have your domain name, you want to have your hosting, and then you want a newsletter, and they all work together. It's part of the communication cycle, and that is in my book, and I have updated the books. Thank you to all of you who bought volume 1. Volume 2 is at the printer publishers right now, or I publish it, it's at the printer, and it'll be kind of similar to this. I have a different cover, so that's why I don't want to show it too much on camera, but it's full of great information, everything that I've used in my business. I added some really cute graphics this time, and it's in print instead of a PDF. So that is available at stephaniegrams.com. So we want to go back here. If you think about this for a second, if you have slow sales, that doesn't technically mean that you've done anything wrong or that you've missed anything. Just like grocery stores and other stores, there is a cycle that happens, right, with shoppers and shopping. This is why I always talk about having your quarterly plan in place. And like I said, we're in quarter 2. So in quarter 2, that is when so let me see. I have some notes I can share with you. So quarter 2 is the months of April, May, and June. Right now, since we're in May, I'm already planning my quarter 3. All right, and I actually have some of my quarter 4 information down. And again, this is the book. I also published this. This is for sale. This is the updated quarterly planner. Thank you to all of you that bought the PDF planner. This is now a paperback that you can purchase with some updated information, and it's really great to have. You don't have to buy it, but I use this in all my classes as well as the book that I published. But really, when you break down your year into quarters, you're able to break down and maybe see why you have slower sales at certain periods throughout the year. So right now I am into my quarter 3 planning. Right, we're in quarter 2, I'm in quarter 3 planning, and I do have some quarter 4. And what I do is, whenever I do that, and I'll go in depth in another video, I don't want to change topics, but the reason slow sales happen is because you haven't planned ahead. So plan ahead in your business, and if you're new and this is like all foreign to you, I highly recommend that you get on my newsletter and the classes. So we've built, right, slow sales. We're going to figure out why. Do you have a website? Is it up and running? Do you have a newsletter? Does your social media post point back to your website but offer information and education for your customer base? And then, do you have additional services that tie in to what you already do? Something that makes sense to the Memory Bear and Keepsake business that you can offer, because not everybody wants one particular Memory Bear. I don't have any out right now. The original Memory Bear, like I've said before, I saw that in season 1 of Roseanne, the original Roseanne sitcom. They have one sitting on their couch. Now it looks more like a patchwork bear versus a Memory Bear, but I think you get the idea that it's the same style, right? It's like 15 pieces, and anyways, maybe not everybody wants that. Or maybe you're showing pictures of that original bear, but it has the exact same type of face structure or face, the eyes and the nose look the same. So consider changing it up a little bit. You can offer the safety eyes and the safety nose made out of plastic, but you can also take that another step and you can offer it with no face at all. I've had several customers that didn't want a face on their bear at all, so that's how they ordered it. I've had customers that wanted the hand embroidered face, so I show that. I have the safety eyes and nose, which are plastic. I show that. I also have shown heat transfer vinyl eyes and a nose. I've shown that. So think about what it is that you can offer that still is in line with your business. All right, you don't want to, unless you like to be a seamstress. I do not. Yes, I know how to hem pants, but I do not enjoy doing that. Therefore, I don't offer that as a service. Do you see what I'm saying? So try to get the creative wheels going on what it is that you can offer that makes sense for you and your customer base, where you're located. What is it that they're looking for? If you have an embroidery machine, maybe offer to make some patches and sell patches. I know a lot of my students have decided to offer the poem patches as an add-on to their Memory Bear, but also a separate service to other Memory Bear business providers. So think about what you're doing. Think about who your customer is, who asks you questions. Does your competitor ask you questions on how you've done something? How can you turn that around into a sale? Now, I've gotten some backlash, like, how do you charge for the service? And I want to tell you what I've told my students who have run into this as well. You are a business and not a nonprofit. And unless you're a nonprofit and you rely on donations from somebody else, you have your bills to pay, right? You have electricity, a mortgage or rent, you have groceries, maybe a car payment. Maybe this is not just a side hustle, but an actual part-time business while you work a full-time job. And this is something doable. You can do this. You can make a viable, successful sewing business with the skills that you already have. And I speak a lot, and mainly my customers, or not my customers, mainly my followers are students who want to learn this business information. And I've been in business a very long time. I started sewing 40 years ago and haven't walked away from it. I've made custom art dolls, and I show those every once in a while. I've made custom curtains for individuals, and done all kinds of things business related. So Sewpreneur is just a play on words, sewing entrepreneur. And that's why I'm here. I'm Stephanie Grams. I am the Memory Bear business coach. A lot of people have called me that. So now I just wear the title. And I do own Sewpreneur.com. And if you're still with me, please consider subscribing, give me a like, share this information, leave me a nice comment. I do my best to answer them. But I'd rather you ask the question underneath the video, and then instead of trying to email me the questions, because I just don't have the time with my classes the classes that I teach, to answer all of the emails related to my videos. So I save my email answering in the one-on-one for all of my students. And if you're interested in being a student, definitely check out Sewpreneur.com. Get on the newsletter. The upcoming classes are going to be published rather soon. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day.